It's a wonderful opportunity to advocate on behalf of libraries, not just Clayton County, but libraries across the state. And advocate not just for additional books and materials or facilities, but also salaries for library staff across the state. We know we are in a budget deficit, or Clayton County is in a budget deficit. The state reimbursed positions, the assistant directors and myself, aren't technically county employees. And so that 4% cost of living that county employees receive does not apply to us. And so, again, that would be a wonderful time to advocate, to talk to the legislators, and to advocate on behalf of Clayton County and the rest of the libraries across the state. So that's basically what I wanted to mention this evening. Are there any questions, any concerns, any topic points?
Yes, I have two.
Yes, sir.
Pertaining to the Barnes and Noble, so the satellite coffee that we're trying to do, is this going to be a test run here for the headquarters, or are we going to do one here and one in Marl to try to split it up to give the citizens a choice whether to come here or go there?
Good question. Logistically, it would be headquarters. For a pop-up, we would have to either designate county-owned property for that pop-up type of thing. I don't know as if we have the actual space at the Morrow branch right now to do something along those lines. And here might be a good test just to see what the draw is, to see how many folks come in and assess, survey the community, and it might lead to trying to offer this pop-up at another location, Lovejoy, Riverdale, or Forest Park. So we'll see how it goes here first, and then we'll talk about branching out.
All right, great. And the second question pertaining to September with the delegation.
Yes.
Do you know if a lobbyist will be there for, if all the trustees decide to come on this particular date and they're going to have it in the time, would it be a lobbyist there as well that we can rub the elbows with to get our point across for salary increase?
Sure. The last two meetings that I've attended, the county's lobbyist has been in attendance. So it would be a good opportunity for that.
Okay. Any other questions?
Go ahead. No.
I think we're all excited to hear about the potential cafe. That's very intriguing. My question would be in regards to efforts to be economical. We have a lot of amazing talent, vendors, et cetera, here in Clayton County. Would it be an option to outsource and have vendors such as bakers, t-shirt people would like to come in and maybe lease the space versus us purchasing, or the library, I should say, purchasing the pastries and things of that nature, and maybe do it on the lease space, and they pay, we make money, they sell, they make money, or maybe that was our thought of, doesn't work?
Good question. That's a broader conversation for the Board of Commissioners. Since we are a county-owned facility and county-owned building,
Okay.
the county would have to approve the lease with whomever, whatever entity we're talking about.
Okay.
But definitely a good idea. We can talk about that further.
Okay.
Trustee.
I just wanted to bring up the event yesterday. Yes, Coffee with the Library.
Library, yes.
Yes, I and several of our trustees happened to be there, and the topic of conversation, special guest, was the new
Director for Parks and Recreation.
Yes, I encourage everyone who was not able to come to please go to the
YouTube channel. It's also on our website, claytonpl.org, under our media page. So it's on YouTube channel and on our website.
And I was happy to hear about, sound like some potential opportunities to partner. And I know that we have a trail connected to the library. And I was just interested, and I think I showed it a little bit. I didn't know if she touched on that, if that's up under her purview, and how would we improve that as we connect to the library?
Sure, yes. It's my understanding that the trails are under her umbrella purview, and there are several points that she discussed yesterday that I think are just perfect marriages for partnerships. We partnered with Parks and Rec over the last several years for other initiatives. It's a great opportunity now with leadership for us to do some more. So very excited about that.
Thank you. And just lastly, and thank you for sending this out, the Georgia Library Association, we have an annual day at the Capitol.
Yes.
Apparently the nomination to nominate a library for an award is quickly coming up. It's July 31st,
Okay.
according to what you said.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to send it out to my network of friends because I know I sound biased, but I recognize that we do a tremendous amount of work, phenomenal level of work here with our library. And I just think it'd be, I think we'd be remiss if we missed that opportunity to nominate our library system. So again, those who are listening, please go, I don't know if we have it on our website, but the link where they can nominate our library for the Georgia Library Association.
We can put that in. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Sometimes it's hard tooting your own horn, but we are doing some really good stuff here in Clayton County. And I agree, it would be remiss if more folks across the state weren't aware of the wonderful things we're doing. Any other questions?
I just have a few things real
Yes.
quick. With the special needs program, every third Thursday of each month at 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m., we have a program. But I was wondering, is there any way that we can do more hours or, because basically the point is there are not many affordable summer programs for special needs children. And to give them something to do, the parents an opportunity to, sit down, put their feet up. So if we could do something positive for our special needs individuals, that would be good. I'm gonna hurry up, y'all. Also, of course, before school starts, that would be good, but if we could start doing it for next year so that it'll already be in place. I don't know if we should speak to the commissioners or if we have it in our budget, something, maybe 3-4 hours. And then maybe whatever we have to think about, something for them, because they're not forgotten, but there's no programs.
Sure. We, I know, just wishing Rebecca were here. The Exceptional Students Program, we have been working with them for the last several years during the course of the school year. But for the summer, I hear you loud and clear, and we'll see what we can do.
Also, I brought up maybe in a few meetings as far as a author signing or a book signing, but as opposed to that, if we could maybe do, I'm not sure if you want to do it now, but meet the author, get some people here because there will be a book coming out. I won't put it out there this month or next month by someone we all know. And also, that was just an idea for authors to come in. So maybe, it'll bring people here. And lastly, we are having a free haircut for our Clayton County youth before school. It'll be August 4th. So if possible, if maybe someone could set up a table. Now, it's not really a big on the outside, it's kind of like the parking lot, but maybe
Where will it be
inside.
held?
Oops. I have time to look at my phone, I have to turn it on. I'll
No
figure it
worries,
out.
we can get that.
Okay.
We can have Andre put that up on the website also.
But it will be on Terra Boulevard,
And that was August 4th?
August 4th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. To get the kitties out, Thank you. Oh, okay. Okay, it will be a Supreme Clientele Barber Shop. The address is 7206 Terra Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia. There are special invited guests to speak to our youth, so much going on. But thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you. Anything else? Thank you, Belinda. With that, I will.
Amen.
Sure.
Okay, next on the agenda, we have the Deputy Director's report.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you.
We've had so much activity happening in the month of June. We're very excited. We are now focusing on being more intentional with our outreach. So instead of, we're going to the apartment complexes, we're going to the parks and rec, the baseball games. You know, we're our parents, they're with their children, but we have to go out there and get the support of the parents so that we can now share with them what we can do to help their child. So we have been very intentional. Our outreach assistant director, Rafina also went to the Battle Creek Village apartment complex. She was there prior to that, talking about the resources, and they just were so in awe about the different resources that we have, to the point where they invited her to an ice cream social. And so at this moment, they set her up in the Leeson office, and she was able to, they had so much activity, so much fun, but she was able to talk to parents about what we offer, how we can help. And this is not just children, this is for parents, children, adults, seniors, everyone. And so this was absolutely a success, to the point where she signed up a lot of patrons for library cards now. And in addition to that, she talked about the summer reading programs. As you can see on the screen, we've had lots of summer reading programs. And we're inclusive of all. So we've had summer reading for children, teens, adults, and seniors. And so we were just very excited about that. The one thing about it is, when you think about the community, we do have expression of interest forms that we give out to the community. We want to hear your voices. We want to know what it is that you want to see the programs. And so based off of those things, that's how we look at the programs. We also take different suggestions. And so our staff have been working so hard. We've seen an uptick. All of our branches have had so many patrons in and out, and we're so excited about it. Let me give you some numbers. For our adult programs, we had 106 programs, but we had 1,276 patrons participate. But for our youth services, we had 144 programs, and we had 3,399 participants.
Wow.
So this is where all of our summer reading performers were coming out. And we love to have fun, but we can educate you and have fun at the same time. So we were very excited. And so for our summer programs, if you're interested in going on our website to find out which program is being offered at which branch, you can visit our website at www.claytonpl.org. You want to click on Use the Library, and we have a summer reading page. Also with that page, when you click on it, you can sign up for Bean Stack, and this allows you to track your progress and also win prizes. So we encourage you to do that. And then you'll also see a brochure for each branch that lists all the different performers, programs, and everything that's happening for the quarter. And so we have just really been diligent in getting the word out about what we can serve. Reading is fun. We have fun. We love to have fun, and definitely we want to be inclusive of all. So we've heard about these special needs, and just like our director said, I talked to our assistant director, Rebecca James. We have a partnership with the Clayton County Public Schools, and Melanie Archie leads that. She's the coordinator of Clayton County for the special needs. And so Rebecca has an upcoming meeting. They are heavily involved in our branches, and with the special needs, they will go around to all of our branches and have tasks and different things like that. We get a chance to experience the library, see what we do, and it's kind of like you're on the job training. So she has an upcoming meeting with Ms. Archie to talk about that. And so that's wonderful. And so the one thing we want to do is everyone should be able to come to the library and see themselves. No matter who you are, no matter what you have, we are here to make everyone feel welcome. Okay. For building and maintenance, and we have such great partnerships. The one thing about it, let me just kind of back up. With Clayton County, we want to go out to all county departments. Everyone can learn something from the library, and we can learn something from the other county departments. So we have been intentional with our outreach, putting flyers in a lot of our different departments, and we're building those relationships so that everyone can benefit. Because we know that every time we talk about the library system, everyone says, oh, I didn't know that. But we are here to educate and get the word out. And so for our building and maintenance county department, I enter all like the building and maintenance work orders. And so for the month, and this is if anything is happening at any of our branches, if it's daily, like, okay, the toilet stopped up, or if something is happening where a window is broken or something like that, we put in a building maintenance request. And they come out and kind of resolve any issue that we have. So for the month, all 6 libraries, we had 21 work orders and 13 were resolved. Now, the other 8 work orders that were not resolved, still pending, but we were going into the new fiscal year. So 3 work orders had additional parts that needed to be ordered. So that's the reason why that was put on pause. 4 work orders were cosmetic in nature, so they were pausing that into the new fiscal year. And then 1 was being outsourced by an external contracting company. And so now that we have entered the new fiscal year, those I've touched base. I do have bi-weekly meetings with building and maintenance. So I've touched base and they are working on those. And so does anyone, and the thing is, just like the director said, we have such a great team, great staff that support us, that support our citizens. And the one thing, it doesn't feel like work when you're doing something that you really love. So we really appreciate you all and all of our citizens, all of our agents that support us. Because coming into the library is something that they haven't experienced, and we want them to have a wonderful experience when they're here. So, any questions for me?
Just one. I remember last year we attended an event at the Flint River Rec Center. Was that like a staff appreciation day?
It was our annual staff development day. So that is
When is the
on,
next one?
the next one is, I think, October 14th. That's Columbus Day, Indigenous People Day. And so this is where we have started planning, and it was really nice last year. This was our first year having the annual staff development day. And so this is where we get a chance to have ongoing training. We poll the staff as to what it is that they want to see, what do they want to learn more about, and we want to have fun with it as well, help them to kind of like bond with one another, but also wanted to make sure that we're fully trained, because in order to serve our citizens, we must be first trained on the policies, procedures, and if we have any questions.
I have a follow-up.
Sure.
Will the trustees be invited in?
Yes.
Or, no? Hey, you gotta have your space too, so I understand that. Of course.
And so this is training for all.
Okay.
And so we're very excited. We have some great activities, great trainers.
So,
Yes. So, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next item on the agenda will be the financial report.
Yes, I was joking about tonight's day. As a sidebar, I am investigating the opportunity for us to have a retreat. So that retreat would encompass the library administrative team, managers, as well as the board, and possibly members of the foundation board as well. So looking into a time and a location where we can possibly have that, so stay tuned. So kind of beat me to the punch, but. Yes, yes. So the financial report, the first page that you have, should have, lists the grants, state grant funding. This is the pot of money that we received from the state. The subsequent pages behind that are branch budgets, and that pot of money typically comes from the county. So those, I think, board members who've been with us for a minute, remember we had a rather lengthy discussion with finance several months ago to kind of educate and show the distinction between those two pots of money. So the state money is the money that if we don't expend, we have to return. The money from the county that we see for the branches, generally it's rolled over to the next fiscal year, and it's not as meaningful if it's not all expended in this fiscal year. So for the grant, you will see in the middle, FY 2024 ending balance, up until the building and maintenance, we had some monies left in that. The top 117 for salaries, books and materials, and system services, SSG money. So Rose, who is our office manager, is working with our county's finance analyst, who's on vacation right now. When she's back, those funds will be allocated in the proper channels to zero all of that out for the state. So we see funds there now, but we're still okay. As soon as the analyst is returned, then she will allocate appropriately the next reporting for the state funds for 2024, you will see completely expended. So for the branches, there were several that either for food, they were expecting to have more folks show up for programs, and they weren't able to purchase the food items for those programs. And so again, we have a few dollars left here and there, but again, it should roll over into the next fiscal year's budgets for those line items. Are there any questions?
So we know we're not going to be giving back any money?
No.
Great. No. All right, any questions? Can I get a motion for us to approve the financial report?
Motion to approve the report.
So we have a motion in, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second by trustee
Gutierrez.
Are there any questions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. All opposed, it's unanimous. Thank you. Okay, the next on the agenda is going to be the committee report. There'll be trustee Fleming.
Okay, so for the nominations committee, I'm excited to share that we have several nominations for our election this evening, as well as for committee members. So we have for our committee members, the executive committee, one at-large representative, Ms. Trina Coe has recommended herself to be on that committee. And then also for public relations and advocacy, we have Ms. Brenda Gutierrez and Ms. Lauren Payne that have offered their time and efforts and services. And we still have remaining outstanding if anyone is interested to not only serve on that committee, but also the Constitution and Bylaws Committee, as well as the Finance Committee. And then also nominations for our officers for election. We have for our chair, Mr. Dwayne Fabian, for our vice chair, Mr. Herman Drew Andrews, and for our secretary, Siobhan Fleming. Thanks.
Any questions? Okay. Okay, moving right along, let's go into the unfinished business. And the unfinished business I had, we were supposed to hear from the COO reference to evaluation. I haven't received anything.
Nor have I.
Okay. Oh, I guess that's a plus. Okay, new business, and it's going to be the election of new officers. So, again, I was the vice chair. That position is now open. So we have a chair position that's open, we have a vice chair position that's open, we have a secretary chair is open. So we'll be voting on all three. So we can start with the beginning of them. Anyone want to make a nomination who wants to be chair? Okay. Well, I guess I nominate myself. Be chair.
I thought that was already.
No.
I shared the collection that of nominations. I guess now we're doing the formal.
Oh, well, I nominate Dwayne Fabian.
Okay, so is there a second?
A second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded. Are there any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Thank you. All right, for the vice chair position, I'd like to make a recommendation and nominate trustee Drew Andrews. Is there a second? Oh, quick, I made a motion, so is there a second?
Second.
That's been properly moved and seconded. Are there any questions?
Well, I have one. Is there anyone who is interested from the floor? Who wants?
All right, well, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous. Thank you, Mr. Andrews. All right, and then last one we have will be the secretary, and of course, Ms. Fleming had said that she was going to put her name down, but anybody else want to be the secretary? All right, hearing none. Can I get a motion to nominate Ms. Siobhan Fleming for secretary?
Well, I nominate Ms. Siobhan Fleming to be our secretary.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay, it's been properly moved to second. Are there any questions? Okay, all in favor say aye. All opposed, unanimous. Thank you. Okay, before we go into the adjournment, we have a new trustee that's with us that was not able to be here on last month because she was out of the country. And that would be trustee Quinn Lee. I hope I got that correct. Okay, you want to introduce yourself and tell who you are?
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
So, my name is Quinn Lee, and I'm just here, very excited to kind of see the behind the scenes of the library system. I'm a big reader, so very excited to be here and just kind of see, adjusting myself to the board, and hopefully, I can contribute along the way, yes.
Well, welcome to
Welcome. Trustee Fleming, let me go back. Do we have anybody for the bylaws and for the finance committee? Did anyone say anything?
No, sir, and so those two committees are completely open in regards to volunteers.
All right, can we close this out with someone stepping up to be on the bylaws committee and finance committee?
And if you're not clear on what those duties are, I have a copy of the bylaws if you would like the duties before you sign up, anybody?
Yeah, each one should have a copy of the bylaws.
You have
Is that
that?
correct?
Okay.
Ms. Ballard, straight at you. We need you. We need you.
Just want to get more thought.
Thank you.
Just want to get more.
More so, thank you. Yes.
All right, so, and then trustee Miller is not to be reading, so, okay, well. All right, well, I think we have accomplished what we need to accomplish for this evening. Is there any further executive session?
I see none.
All right, is there any, we'll go to the adjournment. So can I
You
get
said the record. Well, I'll wait until you adjourn.
well, if we have anything, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion to adjourn this wonderful meeting.
There's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, it's unanimous. Good night.
Thank you. Before you leave, real quick, the new board members will be assigned an email address, a county official address. If you haven't received it already, please let one of us know so we can work with Andre and our IT department to get those official board of trustee emails in place for you. So you won't have to use your Gmail or personal accounts. Okay. And has everyone gotten a picture? Headshot for the website, bios, we've gotten.
Trustees Payne.
Miss Payne.
Okay. No worries, please get with Andre on that so we can, have the website and
Yes.
board of trustee space looking, A-okay. Excellent. All right, thank you all so much.
Also, and this is nothing pertaining to any agenda. And I'll start first. I'm gonna send an email out to everyone with my phone number on there. Can everyone share their phone number so we can be in contact with each other, please?
Yeah. We did this under an hour.